Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for Just Ask Jane. Today we're going to talk about what it's like to feel spirits. And do you have, that sense around you? Are you able to feel spirits even though you're not a medium? And I believe that so many people can feel that energy because we are all made that way. We are made to sense energy, and we are pure energy. And of course, there's low energy, there's high energy. Some people call it low frequencies, some people call it high frequencies. It just really all depends on your terminology. But I'm going to tell you, feeling spirits is done a couple different ways because there's different types of spirits that come around us every given day. Now, there's so many places that we visit. We go to schools, we go to theaters, we go to hospitals and restaurants. And with that come different feelings around the atmosphere of places. But I'm going to tell you, some spirits are grounded. And when we talk about grounded spirits, you're going to encounter those things, perhaps not in your house, but you may encounter them on your daily travels. For instance, I go to one very popular restaurant here in my hometown who has a resident spirit in its bathroom in one of the restaurants. And the thing is, every single time I go there, I get the sensation of this woman putting on her lipstick and fixing her hair before she goes back out. But it's interesting because a lot of people have felt her energy in this place and talk about it, but yet it's not something that is really broadcasted out there. It's just that people have mentioned that there's a strange sensation in the bathroom. There's a little bit of a heavier feeling. There's a very strong sense of perfume in there at any given time. And so it's interesting to feel that energy. Now, this would be a grounded spirit, someone who has not accepted the light, someone that is still kind of living in between realms, but still can have fears, can have all of these things that a human will also experience. So it's not accepted the light for whatever reason, may be going through some kind of, life, review, that kind of thing before crossing through. But at the end of the day, you're going to feel these spirits if they're around. So how do we feel that? Well, first of all, very low frequencies come along with ghosts, and ghosts are grounded spirits. Of course, we feel more connection to them because they're closer to us than we think. They're in our environment. So if I go to a restaurant and there's a ghost that's grounded there, every time I go, I sense this female in this bathroom. But others do as well, and they're not mediums. So how do we feel that? Well, it's a very heavy presence around. So you really feel all of a sudden kind of a heaviness around, and a sort of like feeling like, I don't feel like I'm alone, or I feel like I'm being watched, or, it's just like I feel like I want to run out of there. Sometimes you're going to feel like a chill in the room, or even like a warmth that comes around, like a humid little bit of heat that just overcomes you, or just sort of like this really chilly kind of presence. And it can come in both forms, heat or cold. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes you'll also get like a prickly feeling, sort of like there's not enough circulation in your body, but it's actually that kind of prickliness, in your neck and maybe on your arms, your hands, that kind of thing. And sometimes you just kind of get that like really awful feeling, something's about to happen, or you just really want to get out of there. Those are grounded spirits because you can really, really feel their energy. And sometimes you'll even take on their energy because you may feel it to that point. Someone who would have been very depressed or had a lot of arguments, let's say in that area, you may feel that energy and feel kind of down and feel kind of like, sad. So it's interesting. Now, when we're talking about spirits who have crossed through, these are not grounded spirits. These are, people who have passed away, who have accepted the light, who have gone through to the other side, who do come here in visitation, and you will feel them. But what is the difference between a grounded spirit and one who's crossed over? Now, you can get these visitations anywhere. You don't have to be at home. You could be in your car. It could be broad daylight. It doesn't have to be at night like all of those haunted haunting shows, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel really kind of light and breezy, and you're going to feel kind of good. It's like, you know, it's kind of like that energy sort of like uplifted, and all of a sudden you're going to start, like, my heart beats a little bit faster and I start getting excited, like something is about amazing is about to happen, and I just feel really good. I also get the feeling of comfort, or just a really calm feeling about me, like everything's going to be okay, or geez, you know, it's like being in the presence of someone really great. It's just such a beautiful feeling, and you just feel safe, and you feel comforted, and you even feel loved. It's just so amazing. It's just a beautiful feeling. I've had so many clients that have visually seen, you know, visitations from either their mother or their children or whoever it may be, to say that normally they'd be so afraid they'd run out of the house, but that the experience was so calming and so beautiful that they weren't afraid whatsoever during the entire, you know, experience. And it's amazing, because most people that have visitations and that visually see them are never really afraid. They're actually so happy that they did experience something like that. Most of them question themselves quite a bit, but for the most part, those who do accept it will feel such a comfort with that. So there's a big difference between a grounded spirit who's not crossed through, and they will eventually cross through when it comes time to. It's not that they're being punished, it's just that they're not choosing to go to the light. And then there's those who are clearly crossed through to the other side, who come in visitation, that have a much beautiful, airy, high, beautiful vibration about them. And you'll know the difference between someone that's grounded or somebody that's clearly gone through the light. I want to thank you all so much, you know, for participating here at Just Ask Jane. If you have a question to ask me, please, you know, get this in the comments section below. I'd love to read your questions. And in the meantime, I hope you have an absolutely beautiful week ahead. Till next video, we'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.